Whether you're a rookie or a vet, a barbell is arguably the most versatile strength building tool that you could have in your home gym. Now, similar to all gym equipment, you need to be methodical when searching for the best option for you specifically. So that's what I'm here to do today. Whether you're looking for a rock solid power bar, a barbell to help you with your Olympic lifts, or simply one bar to help you crush it all with, I got you covered. What's up, y'all? It's Jake back in my home, away from home. That's right, the BarBend Garage Gym. And for those who don't know, I've spent a lot of time over the past year reviewing a lot of barbells. So today, it's time for me to tell you my top picks on the market. And since, this is a long video and I want to make the absolute most of my time, why don't I go ahead and tell y'all my top pick overall. Drum roll, please. The Living.Fit barbell. Now that might be a bit of a surprise for some people, but when you really think about the price tag, the versatility, and the coating options, this bar is just honestly really tough to top. Now I'm going to expand on why this barbell is ranked our #1 option, but we have a whole lot of other categories to talk about today too, such as best on a budget, best for CrossFit, and like I said, a whole lot more. But before I do all of that, I got to let y'all know that we have a full written article that details all the information I'm going to be talking about today, and I think you're going to find it really helpful. So all you got to do is search BarBend Best Barbells. Everything's going to pull up right there for you, and you can just read into more detail why we chose each individual bar. Okay, so I know I just spoiled the fun for y'all and told you the top pick. It's the Living.Fit barbell, but let's expand on that. And so for me, the main two things here are the versatility, because this is a multi-purpose bar, but also the really affordable price tag. I mean, this bar just checks off both of those boxes. And that's important because, a lot of people really emphasize both of those factors whenever they're building out a home gym and really just looking for one barbell to serve across all their lifts in general. All right, so you can load up to 1,500 pounds on this bar, and it has a solid tensile strength rating of 200,000 PSI. But the volcano style knurling right here is really grippy. It's not going to tear up your hands as you go to do an Olympic lift. It's also, it gives you a really nice grip. Sorry, it gives you a really nice grip whenever you're going to do your power lifts. Okay, so I really like how there's bronze bushings, but also bearings in the loading sleeve, so it gives you that really solid spin rate, which definitely comes in handy as you go to turn the bar and get under it during your Olympic movements. Okay, now there's also two different coating options right here, which is a really sweet thing too. So I've got the chrome version and there's a Cerakote version as well, but really cherry on top, as I mentioned, is the price tag. Right, so this chrome one's going to cost you $200, while that Cerakote version is $225. Now it's not a rarity to find a barbell around that price tag, but it is a rarity to find one for that price that performs as well as this bar does right here. So there it is, laid out nice and pretty for you. Our top pick for the best barbell on the market, it's the Living.Fit barbell. Okay, so this next barbell on our list came in a very close second place, and we're talking about the Rep Fitness Colorado bar. All right, now it came in second place, but it also is our choice for the best barbell for weightlifting. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about Olympic lifting, so your power cleans, hang cleans, clean and jerk, snatch, all that stuff. But let's talk about why it came in second place, our runner-up. So it's also a multi-purpose bar. You have a really solid volcano style knurling, you got the dual knurl markings, it's got actually 190,000 tensile strength rating. It also comes in chrome or Cerakote. I got the chrome right here in front of me. I really like how you have composite bushings in the loading sleeves. It's quieter overall, and it's probably going to last you longer than bronze bushings will. But main reason it came in second place is because it's more expensive than the Living.Fit barbell is. All right, so it comes in two different options, 15 and 20 kilograms. So the 15 kilogram version in chrome is going to run you around 270, while the Cerakote version is going to be about 280. Now with the 20 kilogram version, that's going to be 320 and 330. So honestly, since you have to spend more money on it, that's pretty much why it came in second place. Now, when it comes to your weightlifting, well, that's because it meets the IWF specs. So It's got 28.5 millimeter diameter. Once again, I really like these composite bushings right here. It gives you a really solid spin rate and allows you to really get underneath that bar, and it reduces the torque on your elbows and your wrists. Now, these composite bushings also have a little bit of a noise dampening effect, and that's really nice. You know, you're repeatedly dropping that barbell, so it's gonna be a little bit more of a dull sound, which is nice if you have neighbors nearby. Also, you know, this 190K tensile strength rating, you know, it's still strong enough to handle your lifts, but you know, it's gonna have a little bit more whip, which is something that you definitely want. So whip's basically, you know, flexion with the bar. So basically, you know, that's why it is our pick for the best weightlifting bar. So there it is, runner up, best weightlifting bar, Rep Fitness Colorado bar. Okay, so now it's time for the new kid on the block. We're gonna talk about the Iron Bull competition bar, which also cracked our best list in 2 different spots. Best for a budget and best for beginners. So my people who are balling on a budget, you don't wanna spend $500 on a barbell or even $320, you know, like with the Rep Colorado bar. This is a really solid option for you to consider. So it's available in 15 and 20 kilograms, comes in black zinc, black chrome, and stainless steel. So there's different options for you right there, but you're not gonna spend more than $300. So this ranges from $200 to $300. $300 for stainless steel is unheard of, and is quite frankly a steal. Now, you know, if you're a beginner, you know, you arguably, you know, you don't wanna spend a whole lot of money on a barbell, right? So that's kind of why these go hand in hand right here. Also, if you're a beginner, you likely are still learning, you know, your specific style of lift you want to do, and this is a multi-purpose bar, so it can handle everything. And also, beginners typically don't have, you know, a whole lot of calluses built up on their hands, and if you start using a barbell that's too sharp, it's going to rip your hands up. So this barbell is a little bit more on the passive side, and I think it's going to be really nice for anybody who's, you know, just now learning, you know, the proper technique and really just getting into the fitness life. So there it is, folks. Iron Bull competition bar. Best for my friends balling on a budget, and best for those beginners. All right, now enough with some multi-purpose bars. What about some classic powerlifting? And if you're looking to dominate the big 3, which is squat, bench, and deadlift, look no further than Rep Fitness's flagship power bar. That's right, I'm talking about the double black diamond. All right, so the knurling right here is a sharp mountain knurling. It's inspired by, you know, the most difficult and steep terrain in the Rockies. It also has a tensile strength rating of 200,000 PSI, which is plenty strong. It's also gonna allow the bar to be stiff, and you want that when you're going to do your power lifts. So that's really the main reason here, but also the money, all right? So it comes in chrome, Cerakote, and stainless steel. Now that stainless steel gets pretty expensive. It's around 450 bucks, but that's fully, you know, end-to-end stainless steel. Now, this Cerakote right here, it's right around 330 bucks. So it's cheaper than some other competitors like the Rogue Ohio Power Bar. So honestly, y'all, the way it's performed, this is my baby, my power lifts. I think this is easily the best power bar on the market, but I mentioned it's stiff. And since this is a stiff barbell, I love using it for squats. So you know what that means. It's also our top barbell for squatting. All right, so aside from a Duffalo bar, which has, you know, a curved shape, and a Tsunami bar, you know, that bends like Gumby, you don't want your barbell to be bending under heavy loads as you're squatting. And that's something you just simply don't have to worry about here. And then also, you know, you do have, you know, the center knurling right here, and it's sharp as a tack. So it's gonna stay nice and secure on your back. So that's it, folks. Best for powerlifting, best for squatting, none other than the Rep Fitness Double Black Diamond.
This is my time. I'm on the rise. Can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time. Ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights.
Okay, so we just talked about some powerlifting. We already talked about some weightlifting. What about CrossFit? Well, for us, we had to go with the Again Faster Pursuit Olympic bar. Yes, I know it says Olympic bar, but it's actually also a multi-purpose bar. So you have self-lubricating bronze bushings in the loading sleeves, which is really nice. You don't have to worry about lubricating them over time. The knurling here, y'all, it is super grippy. I'm talking about super duper grippy. I know that was really goofy, but hey, it gets the point across. You know, this volcano style knurling, it's cut deeper than some other bars on this list. It's not going to tear you up, but it is just sweet, really gets the job done. You also have a tensile strength rating of 190,000 PSI, and it comes in this pretty sweet and shiny, bright zinc finish. Now, it comes in 15 kilograms and 20 kilograms. Now, this is why we ranked it, partly why we ranked it as the best barbell for women, because it is available in 15 kilograms. That 15 kg version is going to run you right around 270, while this 20 kg version is about 285. So honestly, it's a pretty good deal too with that approachable price tag. So there it is, best for CrossFit, best for women, the Again Faster Pursuit Barbell.
Moonwalk to the ring now. Keep on wondering how. Let that choir sing now. Sing.
All right, now when it comes to deadlifting, you definitely want to target a barbell that's going to allow you to achieve the best grip possible. You don't ever want to be limited by your grip. So for this category, we're rocking with the Bells of Steel Barenaked Powerlifting Bar 2.0. The knurling here is sharp as a tack, sharp as a razor. It's a cheese grater, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it is super sharp, and that's because it is bare steel. So if you don't already know, barbells with a coating are pretty notorious for being a little slippery, and that's something you don't want in general, but you know, especially while deadlifting, right? You don't want that to slip out of your hands. And that's something that you're not gonna have to worry about here. I really don't think you have to worry about that at all. I mean, this knurling is so sharp that it will leave indentions on your hands. Now, that might be too sharp for some people, but I personally like it. Now, this barbell is only 220 bucks as well. So when it comes to, you know, technically, you know, a specialty bar, it's a pretty sweet deal. Remember though, bare steel offers virtually zero protection from rust and corrosion. I got a little bit built up right here after a few months, and that's just something that, you know, it's on me. I need to clean it, something that you need to do every once in a while. And when I say that, I mean once or twice a month, just to make sure it's staying in that pristine condition. But end of the day, you know, this bare steel grip is really tough to beat. And so when it comes to deadlifting, this is our top pick. Okay, so since we were just on the topic of deadlifting, I figured I'd go ahead and bust out the Rep Fitness Open Trap Bar, which is my favorite trap bar on the market. So, if you don't know, trap bars are an excellent tool when it comes to deadlifting because it allows you to lift in a more natural way with your body. You know, your handles are right here on either side of your shoulders, as opposed to holding a heavy barbell out in front of you. So if you're new to deadlifting, maybe you have an injury you're rehabbing, trap bar deadlifts are an excellent tool for you to use. Honestly, it's just great overall. It's gonna put less stress on your body. Now, this is not the only open trap bar on the market, but I think it's one of the better values due to the overall high quality, but it's also 400 bucks. Now, that's a lot for just, if you look at it on paper, you know, $400 for one bar, it's kind of a lot, you know, especially for a trap bar, but these other open trap bars that this one is competing with, like I said, this is one of the better values. Now, I really like how, you know, you have two different handles. That's not a rarity, but I still like that. The one up top is gonna be great for anybody who is, you know, like I said, learning, and then you can increase your range of motion by going after the bottom one right here. There's also multiple handles that you can purchase. So there's standard, wide, narrow, and there's some rotating ones as well. And, you know, that's gonna allow you to, you know, choose the one that's best suited for your body type. Also, speaking of the handles, they're 28 millimeters in diameter, so it's, you know, right there with the barbell, and they have this pretty aggressive mountain style knurling, so it's, you know, gonna give you a really solid grip as you go to do those deadlifts. This is also really versatile. Yes, you know, you got the open design right here, actually, and that's thanks because of this built-in jack, and it makes loading and unloading your weight plates a breeze. It's so easy for you to do, but you know, this open design is also going to allow you to do additional workouts, and specifically stuff like Bulgarian split squats, just because, you know, you're not trapped, you know, within it. But this is also a rackable trap bar. So if you have a power rack at home, you can toss it up in your J hooks right there, and you can squat with it. That's actually, you know, I've been pretty successful with that. But you can also try to bench press with it if you want to. And since the loading sleeves are, you know, the same length as an actual barbell, you're going to be able to load up a good amount of weight with it as well. So here it is, right in front of you. Lo and behold, the best trap bar on the market. the Rep Fitness Open Trap Bar. Now, Amazon's arguably the best place to buy anything, right? So why not talk about the best barbell on Amazon? Now, I don't have it in front of me, but for this award, we went with the Synergy Games Cerakote Barbell. This barbell has 190K tensile strength rating. It's got 5 needle bearings in each loading sleeve, so you're gonna get a really solid rate of spin. And it's not gonna cost you more than 230 bucks, whether you go for the 15 or 20 kilogram version. Now, because the knurling is pretty passive, it's gonna be best suited for Olympic and CrossFit style lifts, but we've been pretty high on this barbell for a while, so it's definitely one that you should check out. Now, when it comes to the best standard barbell, we landed on the Sporzon standard weightlifting bar. Now, once again, I don't have it out here in front of me, but we've also been pretty high on this barbell for a while. So for anybody who doesn't know what a standard barbell is, instead of meeting specific requirements set by the IWF or IPF, International Powerlifting, International Weightlifting Federations, standard barbells vary in terms of their diameter, length, weight capacity, weight, all of that, okay? So with this specific bar, you can choose for it to be 5, 6, or 7 feet long, and it has a 700-pound weight capacity, which is significantly weaker, less, whatever you want to call it, than the standard 1,500-pound capacity that all these other bars have had. Now, this bar still has a 28 millimeter diameter, which is nice. It's going to be a nice, introductory bar. It's great for beginners. This is a really solid option because all these other bars are around 28, 28 and a half, whatever it is. It's also only going to cost you $70. So, if, like I said, if you're a beginner, you're kind of testing the waters of fitness and learning more about it, I think it's a pretty solid option worth considering. All right, so there it is, folks, our list of the best barbells on the market. Now, there might be a few questions you're asking. First of all, how did you come up with this list, and why isn't a barbell from a company like Eleiko on here? Well, we really, are factoring in money, first of all. Of course, a $1,000 barbell is probably going to outcompete some of these bars, but that's not very practical. Not very many people have the budget to go and spend $1,000 or more on just a barbell. So I don't want to lead you down that direction, all right? Now, we also really wanted to factor in the actual functionality of each individual barbell, all right? So if a barbell is listed as an Olympic bar, but doesn't have a quick spin rate, and tensile strength isn't very good, and the whip isn't very good either, well then it just simply doesn't belong for that category. And then we also wanted to factor in the durability. So the tensile strength, the finish, whether it has one or not, and then the sleeve construction. So whether it's needle bearings, ball bearings, or bronze bushings, maybe even composite bushings. There it is, folks. The method to our madness on how we landed on the top barbells on the market. Now, one more question you might ask is, which one do I buy? Which one should I go for? Well, obviously there's specific bars that are meant for a specific style of lifts, and if you're trying to focus on those lifts, then you should go and get the best barbell that matches up with that lift. Wow, I said that lift a lot right there, didn't I? Now, another thing here is that you got to factor in, your actual environment, right? So, if you're somebody, stashing all your gear in a really humid garage, or you don't have climate control, right? Then you're definitely going to want to target a barbell that's either Cerakote or stainless steel. That's my opinion. That way you're getting the highest level of protection from rust and corrosion. Also, you need to factor in, the grip you're going to get from the knurling. There's a few factors in there, but bottom line, as long as you align your budget with your goals, you can't go wrong with any of these barbells. All right, well, that's a wrap on today's video over the best barbells on the market. We're really high on all these bars, and I'm confident that each and every single one of them will serve you really well. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. I hope this video was really helpful, and I was able to detail every single one of these options in full. As always, stay posted for my next video, but remember, we have a full written article that pairs with this video, and you definitely should check it out. All you gotta do is search BarBend, best barbells. It's gonna pull right up for you. I'll catch y'all next time.